Good morning. So today we are going to work on developing a flat pattern for the sheath. I have already taught you all how the tailors develop the patterns, a much more simpler version of that pattern. So today we work on a slightly more difficult pattern. It's not difficult but a slightly different pattern, and this should be easy for you to follow along and while you are drawing the pattern. So the patterns will be developed. I will give you 3 short videos. The first one develops the guidelines for building both the front and the back. The second pattern builds the back of the sheath, and the third pattern builds the front of the third video builds the front pattern for the sheath. So we will work on this in eventually. Few guidelines before you start. Please use your L scales to draw the perpendicular. That way your perpendicular lines don't tend to tilt or go wide apart. If you can accurately draw your perpendiculars with the grading scale, you are free to use that as well. And we will try to. The tools that we require are essentially your grading scale, L scale, and your French curve, which will help you draw the curve of your sleeves and your necklines. So we'll start. To start with, I've drawn two. This is the only part of the pattern that I've already drawn. I've drawn 2 guidelines. One from the side of the sheet of paper, right? And one perpendicular to it. So these lines are from 0. The lines start from 0 and they go up in alongside. I have deliberately left some space on top and on the side. The reason for this is it will help you develop the patterns later. So do leave some space on both. Don't put it at the edge of your sheet of paper. Okay? So we've done 0 to 1. Now the first point that we do is 0 to 1. 0 to 1 is 1.5 centimeters. Essentially, this is a mark we give for developing the curve of your neck. It's a drop of the back neck. So 0 to 1, mark the point 1, 1.5 centimeters. After you've marked the point, you will take the point 1 as your guideline. 1 to 2 is arm side depth. So now I'm using a size 12 measurements. So arm side depth for size 12 is 21 centimeters. So it's 1 to 2 is arm side depth plus 0.5 centimeters. So 21 plus 0.5 is 21.5 centimeters. At 2, draw a perpendicular which goes straight for a minimum of, let's say, around 25. You can draw it right till the end of the chart paper. Okay, so that's your line from 2. As you can see, this is point 2 and straight till the end. Now 2 to point 3. Point 3 is here at the end of the chart paper. That would be half bust. So bust in for size 12 is 88 centimeters. So 44 centimeters plus 5 centimeters, 49. So your measurement from 2 to 3 is half bust plus 5 centimeters, and that is your point 3. At 3 again, now draw a perpendicular. The line from 2 to 3 perpendicular to that straight up, and mark point. Once you've drawn the perpendicular, mark point 4. Point 4 is the line that comes from 0 and where it joins from 0. It's a line which comes and where it joins your line from 3. Okay, that's point 4. Now back to this end of the sheet. 1, we have point 1, 1 to 5, 5 is your nape to waist measurements. You have a measurement from nape to waist, which is 41 centimeters. So you measure 41 centimeters and again draw a perpendicular which will go all the way till it intersects the line okay. So I am trying to make it perpendicular, sorry, that took a little bit of time, and that's your line. This point is 0.5, right, and the other end of the line is 0.6. The other end of the line is 0.6, as you can see. Yeah, so that's 6. Now we have 6. Now you go from 0.5 to 0.7 is waist to hip. For size 18, my waist to hip measurements are 20.6. So I will measure down 20.6, and again I will draw a perpendicular which will intersect the line from 3 at 0.8. Okay. So you have 0.8, right? Again, so that is, I sometimes have a hard time figuring out how much is visible. That's 0.8. Okay, so now you have 1 to 8 is done, and this is the end of the first video. Now we move on to making the back, which is the area closer to me, and the front is on the other side. Two things to be remembered: we will take one pattern and split it in two. We will develop a seam line as we go along, and so this becomes both my front, and this framework will be for both the front and the back pattern.